Dive with us into the depths of the unknown and discover the secrets hidden beneath the waves. From ancient shipwrecks to mysterious creatures that call the ocean home, the underwater world is full of endless wonders waiting to be uncovered. Here are 15 new terrifying underwater discoveries that change everything. Scientists have sent a huge underwater telescope into the oldest lake on Earth. This is what it found. A new telescope has begun searching for the universe's most elusive particles beneath the surface of the world's deepest lake. These tiny particles, known as neutrinos, have almost no mass and electrical charge, making them difficult to observe. Because the majority of neutrinos that exist today formed during the Big Bang, studying them can provide insights into why our universe looks the way it does, as well as clues about mysterious forces such as dark matter. As neutrinos emit detectable light as they speed through the clear water, Russia's Lake Baikal is an ideal medium for scientists to observe them. The lake's depth can also protect the detector from radiation and interference. So, in March 2021, an international team of scientists launched the Baikal Gigaton Volume Detector, the Northern Hemisphere's largest neutrino telescope. The detector is now submerged between 0.4 and 0.8 miles beneath the surface of Lake Baikal. It is 1/10 of a mile wide, long and tall. Baikal Gigaton Volume Detector researchers have been working on the project since 2015. The members of the research team are from the Czech Republic, Germany, Poland, Russia and Slovakia. The neutrino telescope cost close to $34 million, according to the Russian news agency TASS. Neutrinos are the most abundant particles in the universe, with approximately 10 trillion of them passing through your body every second, leaving you unaffected. However, they are notoriously difficult to detect because they tend to pass through matter without being absorbed by it in the same way that other particles do. As a result, the term ghost particles was coined. Magnetic fields have no effect on neutrinos, and their neutral charge means they don't interact with anything. They, too, travel at the speed of light. However, when neutrinos travel quickly enough through the water, they emit energy known as Cherenkov radiation, which causes light to be produced. That is why the researchers selected Lake Baikal. They are best able to see these light shockwaves due to the depth and clarity of the water. Having pure water increases the likelihood that neutrino radiation will strike the detector's modules. Additionally, the telescope can be made bigger and can detect more neutrinos the larger the lake is. The lake is nearly 50 miles across and just over a mile deep. Because of its depth, Lake Baikal is the only lake where a neutrino telescope can be set up, according to Bear Shibanov, one of the Baikal GVD scientists. The GVD is shaped like a giant octopus. It consists of 8 clusters with 8 strings each, and each string contains at least a dozen light-detecting modules. These arms sway beneath the surface of the water, waiting for neutrinos to collide with them. Each glass module resembles a see-through globe. The GVD currently has 288 modules. Heavy anchors secure each of the cluster's 8 strings to the lakebed. Researchers may be able to use neutrinos to help them solve some of the biggest mysteries surrounding the universe's origins 13.8 billion years ago. Scientists are hoping to learn more about what transpired during the universe's crucial first moments by studying neutrinos and tracing them to their space-time origins. Medieval shipwreck. In November 2022, a group of Norwegian researchers discovered a maritime marvel while mapping a vast lakebed. During a government research mission, archaeologists found a nearly pristine shipwreck they estimate to be up to 700 years old at the bottom of Norway's largest lake, Musa. According to a Facebook post from the Norwegian Defence Research Establishment, the vessel was discovered almost 1,350 feet below the surface and is thought to have been built sometime between the 1300s and 1800s. The 33-foot-long ship was visible in the lake's depths thanks to underwater photos. While working on Mission Mosa, a government-funded project to map the 140-square-mile lakebed, researchers happened upon the location. Approximately 100,000 people in the nation get their drinking water from the body of water, but a more thorough investigation into the water's potential health risks was prompted by the discovery of unexploded World War II munitions in the lake during earlier inspections. Since the lake has been a crucial trade route since the Viking era, Øyvind Ødegaard, a maritime archaeologist at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, explained in an interview that when he signed on to the project, he expected to find some hidden treasures beneath the surface. Because there weren't many waves in the freshwater lake, the ship was in almost perfect condition, according to CNN. According to Øyvind Ødegaard, corrosion takes hundreds of years to occur. Therefore, a small amount of metal wear on the ship suggests that it has been on the lake bottom for a considerable amount of time. Indistinct underwater photographs of the boat revealed that it is made of wood and was constructed using an ancient Norse technique that involves stacking planks on top of one another. Given that the ship was discovered in the middle of the lake, Oidgard told CNN that it most likely sank in bad weather. Goblin sharks. Mitsukurina ostoni, or goblin sharks, are a rare and poorly understood species of shark that are found in deep waters around the world. They are a type of flattened shark with a long, slender body and a flat, wedge-shaped head. Goblin sharks are known for their distinctive appearance, which includes a long, pointed snout, small eyes, and long, slender jaws filled with sharp teeth. Goblin sharks are a slow-moving species and are thought to rely on their sense of smell and their ability to detect electric fields of their prey to locate food. They are believed to feed on a variety of deep-sea animals, including small fish, squid, and crustaceans. Goblin sharks are found in depths of up to 1,300 meters and are seldom encountered by humans, due in part to the extreme depths at which they live. They are known to inhabit waters in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, although they are most commonly found in the Northwest Pacific Ocean. Goblin sharks, also referred to as sea nopes, are spooky animals that can be found in some of the ocean's deepest regions. Only a handful of divers have encountered this particular deep-sea shark and survived. They have a lineage that dates back almost 125 million years and is occasionally referred to as living fossils. Very little is known about their behavior and habits, as they are so rarely encountered. Goblin sharks are a mysterious and poorly understood species of shark that are an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are the subject of ongoing scientific study and research, and new discoveries about these fascinating animals are being made all the time. Britain's Atlantis. Dogger Island is an ancient submerged landmass that once connected Great Britain to the continent of Europe. It is also known as Britain's Atlantis, as it is thought to have been a rich and thriving region that was eventually submerged beneath the North Sea as a result of rising sea levels. Doggerland is thought to have been inhabited by humans for thousands of years, with evidence of human settlement dating back to the Mesolithic period. The region was home to a diverse range of plant and animal life and may have been an important hub for trade and cultural exchange. According to researchers, mammoths once lived on the landform, which stretched from Scotland to Denmark. The land eventually flooded, thousands of years after Mesolithic humans settled there. Due to its size and the potential presence of a hunter-gatherer human community, it has been referred to as the real heartland of Europe by those who have discovered it. Doggerland was eventually submerged around 8,500 years ago as a result of rising sea levels following the end of the last ice age. It is now largely underwater, with only small parts of the region remaining above water at low tide. Despite being largely submerged, Doggerland has been the subject of much scientific study and research. Underwater archaeologists have explored the region and have found evidence of human settlements, as well as a wealth of artifacts that provide insight into the lives of the people who once lived there. Today, Doggerland remains a mystery and an important part of history of Great Britain and Europe. It is a reminder of the ever-changing nature of the Earth and the impact that human activity and the forces of nature can have on the landscape. Black smokers. Black smokers are hydrothermal vents that are found on the ocean floor in various locations around the world, including the Arctic Circle. They are called black smokers because of the dark, smoky appearance of the minerals and other materials that are spewed out of the vents. Black smokers are formed when seaweed seeps into the ocean floor and comes into contact with hot magma or molten rock. When magma and seawater interact underwater, certain chimney-like structures develop. These hydrothermal vents almost resemble hot springs, in that they spew out jets of water and fluids that are at least 370 degrees Celsius in temperature. The seawater is heated to extremely high temperatures and then is spewed out of the vents, along with a variety of minerals and other materials. The minerals and materials that are spewed out of the vents can be very hot and can produce clouds of dark, smoky particles, giving the vents their distinctive appearance. These vents, which are frequently referred to as black smokers because of the color of their iron sulfide deposits, have been discovered in various locations throughout our oceans. However, in 2008, scientists found their northernmost location in the Arctic Circle, halfway between Norway and Greenland. This group of 5 black smokers has 5 vents. The largest sulfide deposit ever observed is being produced by one of them, which is nearly 4 stories high. It was unexpected to find this vent field. In an area with such a low tectonic plate spreading, scientists did not believe that such a formation was feasible. Black smokers are home to a unique and diverse range of marine life, including many species of bacteria, algae, and animals that are able to survive in the extreme conditions found at the vents. These species are often found in high concentrations around the vents, forming communities that are sometimes referred to as oasis of life in the otherwise inhospitable deep ocean. Black smokers are fascinating and unique geological features that are an important part of the marine ecosystem and are the subject of ongoing scientific study and research. Giant jellyfish. The lion's mane jellyfish, Cyanea capielta, is the largest known species of jellyfish, with bell diameters that can reach up to 2.5 meters and tentacles that can grow up to 37 meters in length. It is native to the cold waters of the Arctic, North Atlantic, and North Pacific Oceans, and is known for its distinctive red and orange coloration and its long, flowing tentacles. The lion's mane jellyfish is a type of true jellyfish, which means that it is a member of the class Scyphozoa, and it has a simple body structure with a bell-shaped umbrella and tentacles. It is a carnivorous species and feeds on small fish and plankton, using its tentacles to capture and stun its prey. Despite its large size, the lion's mane jellyfish is a fragile creature and is not known to be aggressive towards humans. However, its tentacles can cause painful stings if they come into contact with skin, so it is best to avoid touching them. The lion's mane jellyfish is a fascinating and unique species that is an important part of the marine ecosystem of the Arctic and Northern Oceans. Moving tectonic plates. The North American and Eurasian tectonic plates are spreading apart at a rate of 2.5 centimeters per year. This spreading occurs along the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, which is a divergent plate boundary located in the Atlantic Ocean. At this boundary, the North American and Eurasian plates are moving away from each other. The Mid-Atlantic Range is an underwater mountain range that runs through the Atlantic Ocean and is formed by the movement of the tectonic plates. The ridge is visible above the surface in a few places, including Iceland, where it is possible to see the rift between the two plates. Many divers and underwater photographers have already done this. Diver and marine biologist Alexander Mustard in particular explored this region and described his journey as amazing. He says that because of the sheer walls and clear waters, visitors may feel queasy. To take these breathtaking pictures, Mustard dove 80 feet into the crack where the North American and Eurasian plates meet, close to Iceland. Diving into the rift between two plates can be a unique and exciting experience. The area is home to a variety of marine life and geological features, including hydrothermal vents and underwater volcanoes. It is also possible to see the plates themselves and the rift between them. The movement of the tectonic plates is an ongoing process that has shaped the Earth's surface over millions of years. Understanding the movement of the plates helps scientists better understand the Earth's geology and processes that have shaped it. Ghost Fleet. The Ghost Fleet of Chuuk Lagoon, also known as the Truk Lagoon, is a collection of sunken ships and planes located in Chuuk Lagoon, in Micronesia. The fleet is a popular diving site and is known for the numerous wrecks that can be found in the lagoon, which are testament to the region's history and the role it played during World War II. Chuuk Lagoon was the site of a major Japanese naval base during World War II and was home to a large fleet of ships and planes. In February 1944, the lagoon was attacked by Allied forces in an operation known as Operation Hailstone. The attack was successful and many of the ships and planes in the lagoon were sunk, earning the lagoon the nickname the Graveyard of the Pacific. The Ghost Fleet was the subject of a Jacques Cousteau film released in 1969, in which the wreckage was explored and the site began to be recovered. However, bodies are said to be still remaining among the ships and planes, and the site is partially visible from above the water's surface. Today, the Ghost Fleet of Chuuk Island is a popular diving destination, with many of the wrecks well preserved and easily accessible to divers. The wrecks provide a unique opportunity to explore and learn about the history of the region and the role it played during World War II. The Ghost Fleet of Chuuk Lagoon is an important part of the history of Micronesia and the Pacific region, and is a popular and fascinating diving destination for history buffs and diving enthusiasts. Jemsug Canyon. Jemsug Canyon is a submarine canyon located in the Bering Sea, off the coast of Alaska in the United States. It is one of the largest canyons in the world, with a length of approximately 600 kilometers and a depth of up to 1,000 meters. It is so enormous that only from space can it be seen in its entirety. The canyon is thought to have formed over millions of years through a combination of tectonic activity and erosion by ocean currents. The canyon is home to a diverse range of marine life, including many species of fish, birds, and mammals. It is an important habitat for species such as Pacific halibut, walleye pollock, and seabirds, and it is also an important feeding and breeding ground for many species of whales and seals. The Bering Sea is known for its harsh and variable weather conditions, with strong winds, heavy storms, and freezing temperatures. Despite these challenges, the region is home to a rich and diverse ecosystem, with many species of fish, birds, and mammals that rely on the sea and its resources for survival. The Bering Sea is also an important region for human activity, including commercial fishing, shipping, and oil and gas exploration. The region is managed by the North Pacific Fishery Management Council, which is responsible for conserving and managing the marine resources of the area. Christ of the Abyss. The Christ of the Abyss statue is a bronze sculpture of Jesus Christ that was created by Italian sculptor Guido Galletti. The statue was created in 1954 and was originally placed in the harbour of San Fratuzzi, near Portofino on the Italian Riviera. In August of that year, the statue was intentionally sunk to a depth of about 17 metres as a tribute to the diver Dario Gonzatti, who had died in a diving accident in 1947. The statue was placed on the seabed near the spot where Gonzatti had died, and it quickly became a popular diving destination. Over the years, the Christ of the Abyss statue has become a well-known and beloved part of the marine environment of the Italian Riviera. It is often visited by divers and is considered a symbol of the region's maritime history and culture. In 2003, a replica of the statue was created and placed in the harbour of Genoa, Italy, where it is also popular with divers and visitors. The original statue remains on the seabed near Portofino and continues to be an important part of the marine ecosystem of the Italian Riviera. Bimini Wall. The Bimini Road, also known as the Bimini Wall, is a series of underwater structures located off the coast of North Bimini Island in the Bahamas. It was discovered in the 1930s. The structures are believed by some to be man-made roadways or walls, although the exact nature and origin of the structures are subject to ongoing debate and scientific investigation. The Bimini Road consists of a series of parallel, linear structures made of blocks of limestone. The structures are located in shallow water and are visible at low tide. The longest of the structures is about 900 feet long and about 15 feet wide. Some people believe that the Bimini Road is a remnant of an ancient civilization, such as the lost city of Atlantis. Others suggest that the structures are natural formations created by tectonic activity or coral growth. Scientific studies of the Bimini Road have not provided clear evidence to support either of these theories. Some studies have suggested that the structures may be a natural formation, while others have found evidence of human-made features, such as chiseled edges and drill marks. Nevertheless, the true nature and the origin of the Bimini Road remain a mystery and the subject of ongoing research and investigation. Great Blue Hole. The Great Blue Hole is a large, circular sinkhole located off the coast of Belize in the Caribbean Sea. It is a popular diving site and is known for its stunning blue colour and unique geology. The Great Blue Hole is approximately 300 metres wide and 125 metres deep, making it one of the largest sinkholes in the world. It was formed thousands of years ago when sea levels were much lower and the region was part of a dry, limestone cave system. As sea levels rose, the cave system was flooded, forming the sinkhole we see today. The Great Blue Hole is home to a diverse range of marine life, including many species of fish, coral, and other marine animals. It is an important habitat for many species and is considered a marine reserve by the government of Belize. Jacques Cousteau made it famous in 1971, and it has since turned into a popular tourist destination. The Great Blue Hole, which was created from a limestone cave during the last ice age thousands of years ago, is open to tourists on guided diving excursions. Diving in the Great Blue Hole is a popular activity for tourists and is considered to be suitable for divers of all skill levels. The sinkhole is known for its clear, blue waters and the numerous stalactites and stalagmites that can be seen on the walls of the sinkhole. Overall, the Great Blue Hole is a unique and stunning natural wonder that is an important part of the marine ecosystem of Belize and the Caribbean Sea. Lost Villages of Ontario. The Lost Villages of Ontario, Canada, are now permanently submerged under the St. Lawrence River. The villages were flooded in the 1950s as a result of the construction of the St. Lawrence Seaway, which involved the creation of a shipping channel that allowed ships to travel from the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean. The seaway required the construction of hydroelectric dams, which resulted in the flooding of several communities along the river. Some of the lost villages included Altsville, Farrens Point, Maple Grove, Mille Roches, Moulinet, Santa Cruz, and Woodlands. The remains of the lost villages can still be seen underwater. Some of the structures that can be seen include foundations, roads, and the remains of buildings. The area is a popular spot for diving and snorkeling, and some tour companies offer guided tours of the underwater ruins. The flooding of the lost villages was a controversial and emotional event for the people who live there. Many residents were forced to leave their homes and their way of life behind and start anew in other communities. Today, the lost villages are remembered as a reminder of the impact that large-scale development projects can have on communities. Wickedest city on earth. Port Royal was founded in 1518 and quickly became a major port for shipping and trade in the Caribbean. It was located on the southern coast of Jamaica and had a natural harbour that was protected from storms and hurricanes. The city was also a hub for pirates, who used it as a base of operations and place to sell their plunder. Many famous pirates, such as Henry Morgan and Blackbeard, had connections to Port Royal. In addition to being the centre for trade and piracy, Port Royal was also a hub for the slave trade. Slaves were brought to the city from Africa and other parts of the Caribbean and sold at auction. Port Royal was once a favourite hangout for pirates and outlaws, earning it the monikers Wickedest City on Earth and Sodom of the New World. In 1692, an earthquake struck Port Royal, causing much of the city to sink into the sea. The earthquake and the subsequent fires that broke out destroyed much of the city and killed over 2,000 people. Today, the remains of Port Royal can be found underwater and are a popular spot for diving and snorkeling. Underwater city of Greece. Pavlopetri is an ancient city that was submerged under the sea off the coast of southern Laconia, Greece. The city is thought to have been inhabited since the late Neolithic period, around 4000 BCE, and was an important centre of trade and commerce in the Bronze Age. The city was located on a small island that was connected to the mainland by a causeway. It is believed that the city was abandoned and submerged around 1000 BCE, possibly due to a combination of earthquakes and rising sea levels. The city was rediscovered in the 1960s by Nicholas Fleming, a British marine archaeologist, and has since been studied by archaeologists from around the world. The site is now protected as an underwater archaeological park, and diving expeditions are conducted to study and document the remains of the ancient city. The remains of Pavlopetri include a well-preserved city plan, with streets, buildings and public squares. The city also has many tombs, sanctuaries and other religious structures. The city's layout and architecture provide insight into the daily lives of people who live there, as well as the social, political and economic organisation of the city. Pavlopetri is an important site for the study of the ancient world and has contributed significantly to our understanding of the development of civilization in Greece and the Mediterranean region.